You are ready to purchase a home, but you have no idea how much time you should be allocating to the process. Well, this is my 90-day rule, and I'm going to break down everything that needs to happen from the beginning of the process to the point where you get your keys and you get to move into your new home.
Step number 1, and maybe the most important step, is to get pre-qualified.
I can't even express the importance of talking with a lender as the first step. You need to know how much house you can afford, and you really need to break down different scenarios with your lender so that when it comes time to write up an offer, you are confident in the numbers and you know exactly what you're getting yourself into.
Number 2, you need to find your realtor.
The second step comes to finding a real estate agent that you want to work with. It's really important that you do talk to a few real estate agents and make sure that you're making the right choice for you.
Step number 3, you need to develop a plan. And this happens with your realtor. Be ready to share your goals. That way they can best assist you.
Once you know what lender you're working with and what real estate agent you're working with, it's time to develop a game plan with your real estate agent. You need to set goals, you need to come up with your home search, your parameters, your wants, your needs, and everything like that.
Number 4, you get to tour homes and, of course, areas.
The fun part really starts when you actually get to go out and see these homes and see these areas. You'll start developing lists of things that you do like and that you don't like, and you can add those to what you initially were looking for. So it's a really eye-opening part of the process. And for some people, they'll see 3 homes and they know they found exactly what they're looking for. Other people take days, weeks, or even months to find the right home. So this part of the process does vary, but I would say people see about 10 homes before they make a decision.
Step 4 will go on until we are ready for step 5, which means we are writing an offer. Now, a few things go into this. You have to be ready to talk about terms with your real estate agent and review those terms in the offer, sign, and be prepared for any counter offers.
You've toured some homes and now you are ready to write an offer. Now, this process can typically be a pretty quick process, especially if you are all set with your lender and you have your pre-qualification form in hand. And from there, you develop what kind of terms, purchase price, everything like that you want to see in your offer. Your real estate agent will then submit it, usually with about a 24-hour response time. The other party can either accept or counter, and if a few counters end up being involved, this process can actually take a few days before we have an accepted contract. In other scenarios, it can happen within a few hours. So it just depends, but be prepared for it to take up to a few days before you know if you got the house.
Number 6, you're under contract.
Once that offer is accepted, you are officially under contract, and the escrow period on average is about 30 days. It can be more, it can be less. If it is usually significantly more than 30 days, that was written in the contract to be like a 45 to 60 day escrow, but on average, we see it landing at about 30 days.
7 is closing day, which means you get your keys and the house is officially yours.
Finally, the last step is closing day, and you get your keys on closing day. That's not necessarily moving day because sometimes the home doesn't officially close until later in the afternoon, but the home is officially yours once the county has recorded and your real estate agent has shared the good news. One thing to really keep in mind when you are thinking about a timeline for purchasing a home is market conditions and what type of market are we in. Some markets require buyers to act quickly, and some markets allow buyers to take their time. But on average, plan to allocate about 90 days, especially as someone who's buying their first home. There's a lot more to educate yourself on and learn throughout the process. Be sure you check out my links below. I have a link to my team's first-time homebuyer guide for a written out step-by-step process. I also have a link to search for homes for sale throughout the Phoenix area. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any videos. I'll see you again next week.